It seems like the MrBeast situation keeps getting worse, as many new bombshell allegations keep dropping, as Jimmy remains silent and completely refuses to respond to the situation. Well, this just in perhaps the most damning allegation yet, MrBeast has just been caught, allegedly, using child slave labor.
Here you go. That was pretty brutal even by my standards.
The children yearn for the mines. Hey guys, gals, and pals, Mr. Obvious here. And today, we're going to be talking about these insane new allegations, as well as audio firsthand from a MrBeast contestant. I keep telling myself it can't possibly get any worse, surely.
But at least now it can't get much worse.
But it did get worse. Shortly after, Ole lost his wife.
And don't call me Shirley.
So remember to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, grab a cup of joe, and let's start the video. We start with a YouTube user named Honestly. A modest channel with 73,000 subscribers. The first thing I want to note is that this person has basically been beefing with MrBeast since before there was a controversy. Here you can see. And in this video, he explains how MrBeast sold out the ocean. He made this video about cleaning the ocean. And what does he do? He releases a cheap plastic bottle that's designed to get thrown away and dumped in the ocean. The ocean is hungry for my car batteries. Bro, you need to stop. You can't be coming in my videos and saying these crazy things. People are gonna think I'm a nut. You are a nut. I really believe that this YouTuber is to be trusted. And even if you look at this new bombshell video of this child slave labor allegation, you're gonna find that it only has like 33,000 views. It's actually insane that this video did not get more coverage. So let's watch here.
In this video, I'm gonna try to prove 2 points. The first is that MrBeast and Feastables is using child labor and forced labor for their chocolates and has been since around late 2023. And the second point is more damning. I believe that since the beginning of Feastables, MrBeast knew that he was going to use child labor and forced labor for his chocolates, but he tried to fool us into thinking otherwise. This shirt cost 20 bucks, so it was probably made using some kind of exploitation.
My cousin made my shirt. I caught him taking an illegal 3-minute lunch break and I reported him to the boss. They made him work a 16-hour shift for that. That's horrible. It builds character.
All that being said, I think I found some damning stuff about Feastables that I thought you should know.
A series of news stories and a documentary found that young children, some of whom had been enslaved or trafficked, were working on cocoa farms that supplied major chocolate companies.
Oh, child labor.
Oh yeah, a lot of kids died for that chocolate you're giving for your...
A lot of little, tiny, unformed bodies are being forced to dig holes in the ground.
Like many other industries, chocolate is notorious for its exploitation of children using child labor and slave labor.
Today's subject, slavery.
I'm gonna try to prove my first point, that MrBeast is using child labor and slave labor for his chocolates today and has been since late 2023. When Feastables first launched in January of 2022, if you went into their FAQ, their frequently asked questions section, they proudly displayed that they were child labor free and slave labor free. In April of 2023, they doubled down and they added to their list of main menu options this option that said we're slave free. And if you clicked it, it had an entire dedicated page talking about how they were free of slave labor and child labor. But just a few months later, in October of 2023, that main page item that said we're slave free, that was removed.
Hiding from the truth doesn't make it go away. It just means that you're gonna have
That's not true. There are plenty of things that I have ignored them for long enough, they did go away. Don't listen to this. I'll give you an example. My teeth were a problem. I ignored them. They went away.
In addition, in the frequently asked questions section, that stuff about being child labor free and slave labor free, that stuff also disappeared. Later in May of 2024, and even to this day, there's no mention whatsoever at all about any kind of ethical sourcing of ingredients.
Now to break down why this is so massively important and why this actually has like massive legal ramifications that could get MrBeast and Feastables in a lot of trouble, It's because very recently, two things have happened. Number one, the website showing the Mr. Feastables chocolate bar had said that the chocolate bar was made from ethically sourced cocoa, or is it cacao? Cacao? There were many claims that the Mr. Feast bar was made from ethically sourced cocoa. And MrBeast kind of made a big deal about this, going on talk shows, making a big deal out of it, trying to say like he was some sort of revolutionary coming into the chocolate industry to be a disruptor, to get back at those monopolies and big guys.
Chocolate for the last 100 years, especially in America, has been owned by 4 companies, and like no one has been able to get in there. It's like Hershey's, Mars, Lindt, and Ferraro. Monopolistic almost. If you have a successful chocolate company, they'll just buy you or just like bully you so you don't get shelf space. And it's okay. To me, it's fun to like put pressure on them and try to get as much shelf space as possible.
And offer the world an ethical chocolate bar, even if it was 5 times more expensive and honestly disgusting. Not that good. Not that good to be. I don't like chocolate. Yeah, me either. Yeah, those people can be really Shut up! Don't you dare! Don't, no, I'm gonna put tape on you. Yeah, it was really a mid-chocolate bar. In fact, they basically changed the formula, like, I don't know, recently, and apparently it tastes better now. But here's the thing. When I said that I didn't believe this video at first, I actually decided to find out for myself. Is it true that, number one, MrBeast took it down from his website, and number two, that it is no longer certified as ethically sourced, free of child slave labor? So I did. If you go to the website, there's absolutely nothing about ethically sourced chocolate. Hey, where can I get the chocolate? I want to talk to MrBeast. Is it available worldwide? Basically just talking about money. Money. I mean, look at this. This literally just popped up on my screen. MrBeast wants you to join the crew. You see this psychological manipulation? So I decided to go into the Wayback Machine. So you can see here, this is literally from this year, okay? So we're in the Wayback Machine, and I've copy and pasted the slavefreechocolate.org, ethical chocolate company's website.
Ethicalchocolate.org is a website that lists chocolate companies that are certified to be ethically sourced and free from child and slave labor. Feastables, MrBeast's chocolate bar company, allegedly used to be listed on this website and were recently taken down. In order to verify this claim, Mr. Obvious is checking the Wayback Machine to verify that Feastables used to be on the website. Also, you should subscribe to Mr. Obvious and join his Patreon. I have a British accent, therefore I am smart and you should listen to me.
And you can see here that the latest one is from May 12th or whatnot, July 16th, the recent ones. I decided to go back to just as early as January 2024. And specifically, I clicked on the 21st. Here's the key point. Here it says, below is a list of chocolate companies that only use ethically grown cocoa. Find out how you can tell if the chocolate you are eating is connected to child slavery. So clearly a company that cares about doing the right thing and promoting companies that actually promote ethics and not child labor. So Control F, right? I'm gonna type in Feastables. Oh, look, there they are. MrBeast. He's certified child labor free. No slaves. If you go to the website, I'm just gonna put the website here. We're gonna try this again. Control F. Feast. What? Wait a second. What? Surely this can't be. Say it isn't so. Feastables no longer appears on the website. Yes, my friends, they have been removed from the list.
Oh, I made myself sad.
Now, my second point is more damning. I think MrBeast knew the entire time, since the beginning of Feastables, that he was going to use child labor and slave labor for his chocolates, but he tried to trick us into thinking otherwise. Now, Machu Picchu is also Rainforest Alliance certified, they're also kosher certified, and halal certified. Feastables has never, since its very beginning, ever been kosher certified or halal certified. How is that possible when the manufacturer are both of those things? I think this line from Reed has something to do with it.
It's pretty wild. We have 4 chocolate lines going and we can't meet demand.
So we need way more chocolate.
I think MrBeast knew all along that they would have to scale. And when they scaled, they were going to move away from Machu Picchu foods. That means away from their halal certification, away from the kosher certification, away from the Rainforest Alliance certification. And that's why they chose to omit these things from their packaging. Because if one day it was kosher and halal, and the next day it wasn't, then people might start to ask questions as to why. And when they ask questions as to why, they might also discover that, you know what else has been changed? The stuff about child labor free and slave labor free. Why would MrBeast do all this? The simple answer is money.
The simple explanation is that MrBeast never planned to remain ethical, he simply wanted to create a good image. Once he had that good image, he didn't care if the chocolate was made from slaves or children. I'm noticing a pattern really, create a good image, then do evil things, but you can get away with it, because people believe you are good. You did a charitable thing, no way could you be a clout-chasing money-grubbing sociopath with no morals or values who would exploit children for profit. I may be a robot, but I know what evil is.
Now I want to segue here to this video I came across, and I wanted to make sure to give this airtime because this is a video on a very, very small channel. It only has 42 subs, and the video only has like 750 views, but they give it their first-hand account of being a MrBeast contestant. And it's a little bit lengthy, but there's one part of this video that I think is really, really important, and I'm probably going to end up talking about this in the future because I have a prediction. This is what I've been building up to this whole time. Let me just play the clip.
Okay, I was not going to make this video for a multitude of reasons. For one, there are a number of people, I mean, seems like most of the people I've talked to who are involved, who just seem to have Stockholm syndrome, and it's fucking weird. And I think that a lot of it has to do with the fact that many of these guys are still in the show, and they're hoping to win that $5 million. The other thing is that those of us who were eliminated, we've all been told that there's a potential we may be brought back in on standby, and there are a lot of people who are hoping to come back. He was an adult conflict of interest I'm seeing among people who were contestants, where they don't want to admit to themselves that they were thoroughly abused. And I saw the same thing happening to myself to an extent while I was in there. Yes, it was true what you've heard. We were deprived of sufficient food. I've heard people say that it was somewhere around 400 calories per meal. No, it was probably closer to like 150 to 200 calories per meal.
Just so you know, the average person needs to eat around 1,800 to 2,400 calories per day. For men, it's 2,000 to 3,200 calories per day. Even if it was 400 calories per meal, it is literally stated by medical doctors that 1,200 calories per day is the minimum for basic bodily functions and to stay out of starvation. So if they really did give them 400 calories per meal, that's insane. I guarantee you that some stupid intern or MrBeast employee was like, he went to Google or he went into ChatGPT and it was like, hey there, how much calories do humans need to live? 1,600 to 3,000, 1,200? 1,200 calories it is, right?
Hi Sonic, I've been meaning to tell you something, Shut up, you stupid bitch! Yeah!
So basically they were starving them. And he's saying they didn't even get 400 calories per meal. They were getting less. Bro, it was the Hunger Games.
Here, right here. All your needs will be met.
I'm hungry!
In a minute!
I heard people talking about someone getting choked. That I did not witness. There were people talking about people having seizures. I did indeed witness one of the seizures. I witnessed the first one that happened, and it was quite terrifying. I've seen seizures before, but this guy looked like he was losing oxygen. His face was turning blue. He was an adult male. I'd say somewhere around his late 40s, if I really had to guess, maybe mid to late 40s. It's hard to tell because the guy's sweating and shaking and discolored. So, that was the one time that I saw this particular guy's face. There were 2,000 people there. I heard that he came back in. I don't know whether or not that's true. But you're seeing brand. There were indeed people getting severely hurt. There were indeed many hospitalizations, and anyone who doubts that, Casino.com actually did an article about that where they went and interviewed hospital staff. People keep saying things like, why didn't you guys just leave? Why didn't you guys just leave? I'll tell you why we didn't leave. For one, among those who were not severely hurt, nobody wanted to make waves and just get eliminated because they were trigger happy with the eliminations. People were eliminated for stealing food. And yes, people had to steal food. I didn't steal food. I'm a Christian. You know, I believe in thou shalt not steal, even in consequences like that. People were stealing food from the kitchen. People were stealing food from each other. We were starved. We were fucking hungry. We were sleeping 3 or 4 hours a night. I personally slept about 3 hours a night. Some people got 4 hours a night.
Now, I'm gonna hit you guys with a really, really dark thought. MrBeast, do you think MrBeast starved those people on purpose so that they would be starving? And then when he brought out his Feastables chocolate bar...
One of the things I thought was most egregious is we were so hungry that when the Feastables, MrBeast has his Feastables, the Feastables would come out, and so would extra cameramen. And we were ravenous because we were starved. And I'm sure that's going to look amazing on camera. I'm sure that when you guys watch this pilot episode, which is going on YouTube, you're going to see Feastables comes out and everyone's going nuts because they just love Feastables. No, the chocolate, it wasn't that great. And I'm not a huge fan of sweets in general. We were starved. I grabbed as many chocolates as I could. You know, they didn't seem to be limiting how many chocolates we can get. So I went to every single person who was dispensing chocolate.
See? It's relevant to the video. Aren't we clever? They went nuts over that chocolate bar. And that was a great shot for the camera. I need you to tell me how much you love the chocolate. Take as much chocolate as you want. Good. Smile for the camera. I am the Beast. This is a common tale you're gonna find with the MrBeast company, and it's part of this whole like puzzle of the MrBeast controversy and situation, is that there's just endless incompetence. Nobody takes accountability. It's always someone else's fault. You see a lot of companies do this. It does happen when companies get too big. The problem is that Jimmy, MrBeast, he's always there. He's always there when things are falling apart. He sees people are suffering. He sees people having seizures, and his big concern is, oh, look away. We don't want you to record this and sue us. We gotta hide this, cover it up. Oh, we might have a bad person working for us. We're gonna scrub him from the record and erase videos and delete comments. That's his concern. Even today, you look at the new MrBeast video and what do you see? Comments that don't even look real. Chandler's the best thing about this channel. Chandler's the savior of the whole channel. 7 days in a room with nothing but your thoughts. A bag of potato chips. Sounds like your average day to me. Wow, MrBeast got a whole new crew. Chandler's still on the team. Chandler. Guys, I think Chandler was a cameraman. These aren't real people, man. And if they are, they're like 10 years old. But let me ask you guys a question. Do you think it's normal for a comment to have 10,000 likes, but 0 replies? Or do you think that MrBeast is literally just censoring everything and he's putting up these fake comments and just like astroturfing the whole... I think he's lying. There's this one really funny comment here. This commenter is the GOAT. Here they say, here a YouTube user named I Like Dinosaurs 66 based. MrBeast, please do challenge. I know you're good at it. Survive a week with predators. I'm sure you're experienced. This is the only real comment in this entire comment section, okay? Anyways, that's pretty much the long and end of it, folks. I'm not gonna waste too much of your time. We basically covered it all. MrBeast is alleged to be using child labor, and the proof of this is that the fact that they're no longer certified to be free of child labor, and they took it down from their website, and this happened very recently, and people, I'm shocked that nobody's talking about this, so I decided to make this video, hopefully signal boost it. I'll have a link to that original video also in the description. You can find all that stuff there. I gotta say, folks, I'm legit just starting to think that MrBeast is evil. And for years, people would joke, oh, you know, he's the anti-Christmas, right? He's anti-Christmas, minus the mus. Gotta be honest, I don't know if it was a joke anymore. And at the very least, I think that he really should address all of this stuff, because listen, if it was just like one person and they were like, oh, I have these screenshots or these messages or DMs from Jimmy and he said this horrible stuff, cancel him, I would be right there saying, you know, I don't really like him, but this isn't really enough evidence. It's just like one thing. It's, you know, be faked, who knows? But we're just getting video after video after video after allegation after bombshell after bombshell. At a certain point, I gotta be honest, There's just so much, and I think he should address it. Normally, I would say just ignore it, but when it's this bad that you have to mass delete all the real comments, you're cooked. You're cooked. People are having seizures. You're putting people's lives in danger. You care more about your stupid company and your stupid image and your stupid money than people's lives. And this is what I wanted to predict. He's gonna get someone killed one of these days in these stupid videos. And you know, for years, I've always said, oh my God, I said this a long time ago, and then it came true. Mr. Obvious, saddest word of might or pen, Mr. Obvious was right again. I don't want to be right this time, but history says that I'm usually right. So there you go. What is it about money and fame that's more important to people than, I don't know, being human? I'm not even the kind of guy to be like, we gotta be moral, we gotta do the right thing, we gotta be good. I'm not that guy. I must be some sort of good, even if I don't like it. I want to be like a edgy boy, a anti-hero kind of guy. But you know what? I don't know. I'm ranting at this point. Like, I haven't slept. Let's just end the video. Oh man, Mr. Beast, you're not very nice. But that, my friends, is merely the obvious. Well, that's all for now, folks. Let me know what you think about this video down below in the comment section. Thank you for watching the video. If you want to support this content, because we have an awesome Discord server, it's a private, exclusive club, Fight Club, in fact. Rule number 1 of Fight Club is you don't talk about Fight Club. If you want to join the club, join us on Patreon or Subscribestar. You hook up your stuff there, or I'll drop you a link, and you'll come to the server. You'll be a fully fledged Fight Club member. Everyone is welcome. Boys, girls, unicorns, I don't care. Other kin, whoever you are, whatever thing you're down with, you're welcome to come to the server. Support the channel, sign up for like $3 if you can do so, and help us out. This channel operates thanks to viewers like you. Anyways, thanks for watching the video. Hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see you all next time.